In today's episode of Married at First Sight Australia, it's the first commitment ceremony, where the couples will rock up in front of the three experts and reveal whether or not they'll stay or leave their marriages. For some, it's mad love.
I've been on cloud nine really for the last couple of weeks.
I'm a big love bug. He's getting touched up, cooking dinner, everything. Every time I get dressed, he's like, damn!
That's my wife.
Ryan checks the experts.
I'm very curious as to how yourself and the team pretty much ignored what we said.
I got quite upset from the way he spoke about the women.
Ashley's still tripping about Jake's photo ranking comments.
Jesus Christ. That is so disgusting.
And everybody gangs up on poor Jake. It's
You're
wild.
an adult, it's not okay.
I try to make jokes and stuff. I don't think they were jokes the way you spoke about my wife. And I really don't like that.
Alright, you ready? Let's go! Married at first sight, we in Australia, the land down under the homo Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life is a failure, so they ask the experts to help them out. It's going down, okay, let's meet them. We got Elliot, Karina, Afina, Katie and Tim. Grab a snack, put your feet up. Jamie and Clint, David and Beth, yo, we here to turn the heat up. Sierra and Jeff, Ryan, Adrian, Jake, TJ and Ashley, Jackie and Lauren, Morena and Reed, Tony the OG, Billy and Paul, Veronica, we ready cause we killing it, y'all. This the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back cause we unpack what happened like back to back. Yo, I can tell it's about to slap. Let's go. Alright, so it's the big day, ceremony day, decision day. This is when the couples decide if they're gonna stay together and work on their marriage or do an Elliot a dip. We check it on Ashley and Jake. Now, if you didn't see the last episode, they were given a photo ranking challenge where you rank everybody in the house from least to most attractive. When Jake was ranking the women, he made little comments about why he was placing them in that spot. He said he wasn't feeling Jackie because she's got crazy eyes. And he said Sierra had an intense vibe and she looked like she could stab you in your sleep. Like you'd wake up in the middle of the night and she'd be standing by your bed with a knife. This is what he said. This is what he said. I'm not saying this, you know. Ashley, off camera, went to Sierra's apartment and told her everything that Jake said. Dick move. So now it's the next morning and Ashley tells Jake, look, I'm sorry. I went over to Sierra and told her the things you said. Jake's taking it pretty well. I mean, he does say, I'm shocked that my girl went behind my back. And you know what, Jake, buddy? You have every right to feel that way. Because the whole point of being in a relationship is having someone you can talk to about everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to censor yourself. You can be weird. You can be gross. If someone at work or one of your friends is being a dick, you can talk to your partner about it and not feel judged. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to be a safe space. If I was Jake and Ashley did me dirty like that, it would be game over. I do an Elliot and dip. Because how do we move past this, Ashley? Like, how am I going to be around you now? Like, what, I have to walk on eggshells now and be all careful? Like, ooh, I can't say this. Like, what are we doing? We check in on some of the couples. They're getting ready, you know what I'm saying? Getting in the zone. And then, boom, it's time for the ceremony. All the couples are sitting around in like a circle in front of the three experts. And Tim even shows up. If I was Jake seeing Tim, I'd be like, phew. Like, at least I'm not as bad as that guy, right? Right, guys? I'm not as bad as that guy. Alright, so the first couple in the hot seat is Karina and Paul. Now again, if you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, here's what you need to know about these two. Paul's originally from France. He moved to Australia for love, got his heart broken. He's been dating around, looking for the one. And the funny thing is, one of the people that he matched up with on the app and went on a date with is Karina. They linked up, went on a beautiful hike. They had a lovely time. Karina was feeling him. She went home all giddy like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This guy might be the one. I just met my Prince Charming. But then Paul ghosted her. No text messages, no DMs, no phone calls, no carrier pigeon letters, nothing. Karina's from a big Italian family, right? She works in the family business, so she's around her family all the time, and all her siblings are married to their childhood sweethearts. So she's like the black sheep of the family. So when she signed up to be on the show, everybody in her family, all her friends, they were optimistic. She even wore her mom's old wedding dress on the big day. When she found out the dude she was marrying was the same dude who'd ghosted her, she was not a happy bunny. I get it, because I'd be thinking the same thing. I'd be thinking, look, I'm the same person I was a few months ago when we went out on that date. And you didn't think I was beautiful enough or amazing enough. You clearly didn't think I was the one then. But now that there's cameras and lights and you have the opportunity to becoming a reality TV star, now you think I'm the one? Get out of here, bro. But yo, Paul put in that work. He told Karina's parents that they met before, but he was in a bad place and he was gonna make it up to her. And he did, bro. Throughout the episodes, they grew closer and closer. And so far, there haven't been any big arguments. There's been no big red flags popping up. They're good. So yeah, when they ask him if they're gonna stay in a marriage or dip, both of them are like, stay. Of course, of course. Next up in the hot seat, it's Ree and Jeff. And just like Karina and Paul, these two knew each other before the show. And it wasn't like one date. Nah, they actually dated for a few months and they broke up because they started feeling more like friends than a couple. Which makes sense because Ree, gorgeous. Jeff, good looking guy. But together, zero sexual chemistry. I haven't seen this man grab her booty once. Not one time. In fact, in the last episode, Ree told him on camera, you're gonna have to be the one who makes the first move. And it's weird, right? It's weird. Because I get it if you're, pursuing someone and maybe they're playing hard to get, or maybe they have issues with intimacy. So you have to take it slow. You have to ease them into things and figure it out. But not only are you married, not only do you like each other a lot, you've also dated before. You've banged before. You've seen each other butt naked. You've done the deed. Like personally, if I was matched up with a girl I'd already slept with back in the day and we were alone in these sexy new apartments and in a hotel room on a lavish honeymoon and we didn't bang, I would get a little insecure about my skills in the bedroom. I'd be like, yo, is my dick trash? I'd be calling up exes, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello? Hey, yo, Angela, yeah, how you doing? I know, yeah, it's me, Maya. Like, I know it's been like, 3 years? Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to ask you a question, because obviously, we dated and we hooked up. Is my dick trash? Because clearly, last time we got it on, I did not rock your world. Because if I had, ladies, back me up with this. You all know that one dude that's just not right for you. All your friends are like, why are you even seeing this guy? He sucks. You know what I'm saying? He's like not ambitious. He's eating up all the food in your fridge. He's on the couch playing PlayStation while you're at work. But you keep him around because he blows your back out. Like he knows what you like. He got that good D. Bro, I know people who travel to get some. You know what I'm saying? Like people who get on a train, walk for like 15 minutes, get on a bus, get off at the stop, get an Uber, just to spend a little time with somebody because the sex is insane. Alright, so Rhea and Jeff, they're in a hot seat. They're like, so, do you want to leave or are you going to stay in this marriage? Bro, don't play with me like that. No need for the suspense. We already know what they're going to do. Both Rhea and Jeff are like, yeah, we're going to stay. Of course we're going to stay. We love each other. Next up, let's jump right into it, baby. Ooh, it's going to get juicy. We got Ashley and Jake. Alright, now guys, let's give Ashley the benefit of the doubt, okay? Maybe if there were no cameras around, she would have acted different. Because she knows that people around the world are watching. And she knows they're going to say, hey, she should have said something. They're going to judge her. They're like, oh, she should have checked him on that. You know what I'm saying? She should have said something. She's, So maybe, okay? Maybe she acted that way because there were cameras around. But let me put myself in her shoes for a second, okay? Let me get into the zone. All right, I'm in character. So I'm on the show. It's the ranking challenge. And my girl grabs a photo and she's like, this dude's got crazy eyes. I would hold back the laughter. I'd hold it in, and I'd be like, babe, don't say that. He's a lovely guy. Don't chat shit about these people. That's not funny. And then that would make her think, look, he doesn't appreciate my kind of humor. And hopefully she'd just rank the rest of them boringly. Boom, 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 boom. And I'd even give the producers what they want. In my confessional, camera thing, I'd be like, that was problematic. When she said that thing about, him having crazy eyes. That was not on. That was not right. That was not right. But then off camera, when it's just me and my girl, I'd be like, girl, that was hilarious. He do have crazy eyes, don't he? Like, I thought I was the only one that noticed. You noticed too? Like, crazy. And what about that homeboy over there? Looks like he'd stab you in your sleep. And we'd laugh about it. We'd bring out older photos, you know what I'm saying, speak freely. And I'd be like, babe, I just didn't want you saying all of that on camera, because you know how these reality TV shows be. They gonna try and milk it for drama, you know what I'm saying, and make you out to be the villain. And she'd be like, you know what, you're right. Yo, good looking now, babe, you know what I'm saying? And then we'd make out. That's what I would have done. So, in the hot seat, Jake's like, it was an awkward situation, so I tried to lighten the mood by making jokes. And I kind of get where he's coming from. Because objectively, when it comes to conventional attractiveness, a lot of the women in the group are like above Ashley. It's easy for people like Jeff to put Ree at the top, or Paul to put Karina and say, oh, you're the hottest in the house. It's easier for them. But with Ashley, if you watch the last 2 episodes and see the men's ranking, across the board, she's towards the bottom. So put yourself in Jake's shoes. You like Ashley, you have an amazing connection, she's funny, maybe you actually find her attractive, she turns you on. Now this challenge comes along and you're like, I don't want her to feel bad, you know? You want her somewhere near the top, you like her, you don't want to hurt her feelings. How do you do that? I reckon you've got 2 options. Option number 1, you do what Billy did. No one's forcing you to do the challenge. You're like, baby, I don't even look at these other women like that. I'm locked in. All I care about is you with your fine ass, your beautiful smile, big ass titties. Come here, girl. And you just start making out with her and you start smashing her right there on top of all the other photos. Option number 2 is what Jake tried to do when it backfired. And in fact, it's kind of what everyone else did. You pick up the photo and you say why you think that person is not as hot as your partner. Like Afina, when she was doing her rankings, she grabbed a picture of Paul and she was like, yeah, he's good looking, but he's not my type. Or you can crack some jokes. Like Sierra, she was like, oh, Paul's too clean cut for me. I like him a bit rough and rugged. Is what Jake was trying to do. He just went a little too far with the jokes. Billy jumps in. Yo, the cameraman knew what he was doing. Because the crazy thing is, when the camera cuts to Sierra, she does look like she stabbed you in your sleep. Same thing with Jackie, right? When they say, yo, she had crazy eyes, the camera goes to her and like, come on, man. All of y'all see what Jake was saying. Like, you... all of y'all owe Jake an apology. Jake's in the hot seat just fighting for his life. So at the end of the grilling, they're like, all right, do you want to stay in a marriage or do you want to dip? Ashley's like, I'm gonna stay. And she's like, I hope Jake puts his best foot forward now. She's kind of playing it out like, I'm gonna do him a favor and stay, right? And the whole time she's doing this, I am praying to Yahweh, Allah, Zeus, the ancestors. I am praying that Jake has written down leave, because this is just humiliating, fam. And then when it's Jake's turn, yes! Feel it, Ashley, feel it. You actually found a good match. This could have been your guy, your soulmate, the dude you grow old with. You wanted people to go, oh, look at her. She's got good morals. She doesn't talk about people behind their back. Who cares, bro? Like, you came on this show to find somebody, not to make homies, you know what I'm saying? So, the way it works is if one person says stay and the other person wants to leave, both of you have to stay on for another week. And hopefully you work on your relationship. But honestly, I don't think you can move past this. Like, nah, I'd be doing an Elliot. Alright, next up in the hot seat is Dave and Jamie. So, Jamie's the most ratchet in the group. In a good way. She's loud, outgoing, funny, speaks her mind, and Dave is exactly what she wanted. She wanted someone with tattoos, someone tall, someone who looked like a bad boy but had a heart of gold. And that's who Dave is. So far, they haven't had any drama or big arguments, and they seem to get along perfectly. The only thing I can see becoming a problem with this two is Jamie seems to be more into him than he is into her. You feel me? Like, you know where I'm coming from, right? Because every time Jamie speaks about Dave, she's like giddy. She's talking about how sexy he is. It's like she's feeling this dude on a physical level and as a person. And Dave's had nice things to say about her as well, don't get me wrong, but it's not on her level. So, yo, he might get there, you know what I'm saying? But in my experience, it's not a good sign. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope I'm wrong. I've purposefully stayed away from any blogs, articles, spoilers, because I don't want to know how it turns out for any of these couples. And, yo, shout out to you guys who are watching these videos and not jumping in the comments being like, you know, in episode blah, 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 they break up. Because, like, I'm new to this, but I can already see that, you know, the views are beginning to, like, climb up, you know what I'm saying? You know, the subscribers are coming through. It's like, you know, we're cooking. So thank you. I know I'm late to this, but I'm kind of insulating myself for not seeing any spoilers. And thank y'all for, like, you know, having my back. So, yeah. I don't know if they end up together, but I am rooting for them. I really like this too. They ask him, do you want to stay or leave? And obviously, both of them are like, stay. Oh, and let's just take a second to admire Jamie's booty as she walks away. Yeah, boy. Alright, next up we got Sierra and Billy. Now, these two have been dope so far. No drama, no big arguments. They get along. They like each other. They're both funny. The only thing that I picked up on in the last episode that could be a problem is Sierra comes across as a confident, independent boss bitch. But really, she carries around this baggage. Like when she was 16, she dated someone who told her constantly she was ugly, she was worthless, and a part of her still believes that. This is something she carries with her. She has this insecure part of her that needs validation. And Billy's not Coldplay, baby. He's not gonna fix you. Sorry, that's a bad joke. I believe it's super important to be your own biggest cheerleader. Because if you need constant validation and reassurance from your partner in order to feel attractive, it can be a bit of a slippery slope. Because after the honeymoon stage is done, you know, months, years later down the road, when life is lifing and kids come along and you're getting less of it from your partner, you might start resenting them or feel like you need to, you know, get that reassurance, get that validation from somewhere else. That's when some people start creeping, you know, or they feel like their partner doesn't love them anymore. Again, these are just my thoughts, but yeah, I feel like it could be a problem. Anyway, they're like, leave or stay. Both of them are like, stay, of course. Next up, we got Ryan and Jackie. So these two are just as unhinged as each other. They've had so many crazy ups and downs, and frankly, they've been carrying this show. Every time Jackie's on the screen, I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be good. What's she gonna do? So they're in the hot seat, and Ryan goes, look, we came on here with expectations of what we wanted, and I just want to know why you ignored all of that and matched us up. We got nothing in common. We're struggling. So the experts are chill. They're like, okay, talk to us. Tell us why we messed up. And Jackie's like, oh, he doesn't listen to me. Ryan's like, oh, you know, I'm trying. They just start bringing up like petty little disagreements. And the experts are like, look, it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? These aren't huge problems. There's nothing deep here. You can work through this. And they're like, all right, do you want to leave or do you want to stay? And they're both like, yeah, we'll stay. All right, so next up, it's Tony and Morena, the oldest couple on the show. And her thing is like, I want him to open up more. I want him to talk more. The problem with this too is Morena is outgoing and passionate and in your face, intense. And Tony's just super laid back. She's just a bit too much for him, you know? So they ask him, do you want to stay or leave? Tony. Alright, they both stay. Alright, then we got Adrian and Avina. So these two, the awesome, crazy thing is she has a twin sister and he has a twin brother. I think Adrian's sisters are also twins. So they have that in common. They both know what it's like to have a twin sibling that you're close with. Athena is a single mom. She has a little boy. And when she first told Adrian about it, he was like, look, I don't think I would be able to love my biological kid the same way I would love a kid that's not mine. Athena was like, that's not ideal, but let's put that to the side and just focus on growing our connection. These two are the opposite of Rhea and Jeff, because they are super attracted to each other. They can't keep their hands off each other. They've had some drama, you know what I'm saying? During one of the challenges, they had to ask each other questions about their exes. And Athena revealed that she had cheated on her ex when she was in her early 20s. She'd gone out, got drunk, and made out with a dude. She felt bad about it, told her ex, they moved past it, had a kid. Adrian was super judgmental about it, man. Made out like she was the worst human being who's ever humaned. Turns out the whole time, he was being a hypocrite because he'd cheated before. They also had a challenge where they had to write a letter to each other to help their partner have a deeper understanding of who they are and how they feel. Athena wrote a beautiful letter. Adrian wrote nothing. They had a huge fight about it. So they asked him, do you want to leave or do you want to stay? They're both gonna stay, baby. Yes, yes. All right, next up in the hot seat, okay? Tim and Katie, come in front of the congregation, please. So Tim, right from the first time he was introduced, I knew he was a bit of a turd. In my experience, people that make it a point to say, I'm a nice guy, are not the nicest guys. Being nice for them is a performance. It's acting a certain way to get girls interested. These are the guys who say, women don't like nice guys. They don't like nice guys like me. They're always going for jerks. And usually the jerks they're referring to have more than just being a jerk going for them. They're charming. They know how to talk to women. They're confident. They possess qualities that the girls find attractive. If you had two dudes, identical in every way, mysterious, fun to be around, attractive, in good shape, sexy, but the only difference was one of them was nice, thoughtful, and kind, and the other one was a dick, most girls would go for the nice dude. And the few who wouldn't, dumb choice, but they're entitled to it. And it wasn't just the whole, I'm a nice guy thing. It's the fact that he lied about everything he wanted in a partner. Again, probably because he wanted to come across as nice. He said he wanted a girl who was easy to talk to, a girl who wanted to start a family, a girl who was sweet, kind, a girl he could be himself around with and have lovely conversations with. They asked him, okay, what about the physical stuff? What do you want this girl to look like? And he said, I don't care about looks. I don't have a type. He said, I know I'm not Brad Pitt, so I'm not out here looking for a supermodel or nothing. So the experts found him a girl who ticked every single box of what he wanted. Katie, curvy, redheaded chick with an awesome job, looking for love, looking to start a family, dope personality, everything Tim asked for. Except when Tim saw her at the wedding, he couldn't even pretend to be interested. When taking the wedding photos, he was struggling to even hug her. Like he was like disgusted. Then off camera, they slept in separate rooms and he knocked on her door later that night, woke her up to tell her that he was not feeling a spark between them. He basically told her, I am not attracted to you, and then asked her if she still wanted to go on a honeymoon. And Katie's not blameless in this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Because she has like zero self-love. Because she still wanted to make it work, despite all of this. They went on a honeymoon, and the whole time they were there, he just acted like he didn't want to be there. He told her she wasn't his type. He told her he likes petite girls. Katie's curvy. He told her he likes blondes or brunettes. Katie's a redhead. He said he likes short girls. Katie's tall. So he told her, there is nothing about you that I like. After the honeymoon, they had a dinner party. All the other couples were there. And Tim told everyone he felt like he was the one putting in the most effort in the relationship. Jamie called him out on it and he left. So in the hot seat, Katie's opening up, telling everybody what went down. And then we get my favorite Katie moment. Yes, Katie! Yes! That's what's up. That's what's up. That's the Katie I want to see. You know what I'm saying? None of this, he doesn't like me and he sucks, but I still want him to like me. Nah, that's what we want. I'm still talking. It's beautiful because everybody in this room is on Katie's side and they have her back. In the end, they both decide to leave. Alright, so because they've left the show, I looked up Katie to see how she's doing, and I found these boudoir shots she had taken. I found an article saying she's working on loving herself, she's lost some weight, and it's not like creepy weight loss. Nah, she still has them big old titties. She seems to be doing great. Shout out to you, Katie. I wish you all the best, you beautiful ginger badass. Alright, as for Tim, he deleted all his social media accounts, and apparently he's been spotted on some dating apps. So ladies, if you're blonde or brunette, petite, looking for a nice guy, hit the boy up. Alright, so that was the episode. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Please give the video a like. If you're not already subscribed,
Do it! Just do it!
I'll be back in a few days with the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself, because I love you.